Welcome back to the morning show. It's Wednesday. That must mean the wise guy, Matt Sellen, and you're playing with it. Well, not playing. He's working with electricity today.
It's learning. It's not
learning,
playing.
right?
Well, I am playing.
Yeah,
but okay, anyways, yeah. So we were studying circuits last time,
right?
And we did DC circuits and AC circuits, and we did parallel and series and all that kind of stuff. And at the end, I asked, is there a way that you can transfer electricity without wires?
Right.
Can you get electricity to flow through something else? And the answer I was looking for was a plasma. And the hint that I gave was it has something to do with the northern lights, or the aurora, which also has to do with the plasma. And that's something we'll discuss in the second segment, because I brought in a little machine here that we're going to use to make kind of an aurora borealis in a funny way.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
But first, I just want to illustrate what a plasma is. And in fact, people see them all the time. If you've ever just looked at a fluorescent light bulb, that works on the same principle, that you have a plasma inside. You have a discharge of gases. And so,
Gabrielle mentioned earlier that this was not a plasma television, but is this the same kind of?
It's the same exact idea. So there you have little tiny pixels, and each little dot on your screen has a little plasma discharge on it, and that's what makes it glow.
You can make your own then, Robert.
Right. So in a fluorescent bulb, in fact, when it lights up, what happens is there's just a very low-pressure gas in here. It's mercury and some other stuff. And you basically get a current flowing back and forth through the gas after it's ionized. So the way you make a plasma is you take the gas atoms and you strip away the electrons from the nuclei, or some of them, and then they're free to move around, and then they whiz back and forth and bump into each other, and you get light. Okay, so if we can dim the lights, I'm going to turn on this thing, which is a plasma ball, which came from the mall. Okay, whoa, that's pretty dark.
Oh,
now, what you see right now, there's a high voltage on the inside sphere, many thousands of volts actually, and it's being alternated at maybe 20 or higher number of thousands of times per second, and so you get this. You have enough energy between the inside ball and the outer glass to excite a plasma discharge between the inner one and the outer one. And these funny little lightning things that you see is because there's a gas in here, and I don't know what the gas is. It's probably argon or helium or something like that. And wherever the plasma goes, you excite the gas atoms, and then they give off some light. And the cool thing is when you touch it, like you're doing right now,
and everyone goes, ooh.
Stop touching it.
Okay.
And you'll see that they go everywhere.
Sorry.
If you touch it now, okay, you'll see that it goes to where your hand is. That's because you're letting it complete the circuit. So if you grab this fluorescent light bulb by one end, grab it by one end.
Okay.
It's okay, you're not going to get a shock. Now you see that this thing is in the circuit, so that the electricity is actually flowing through the light bulb, through your hand, and down to ground. So you are completing the circuit with the ground, and this thing lights up. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Hold it in the middle, see what happens.
Am I going to get a shock?
No, you won't get a shock.
I was kidding.
See now?
Okay, so I'm going to stand where my
Now
hand
you only
is.
light up this part. Okay, and I have some so that you only light up the part where your hand is touching, because that's where it flows. And so before we have to leave here, let me just show you. I have some other little bulbs with various kinds of gases in it. Here's a neon bulb. Isn't that pretty?
Ooh,
So
that is
it's just a glass thing with some neon in it. This one, I believe, is helium, so it's got a nice purpley color to it.
cool.
This
Can I
one,
come and live at your house?
well, maybe this one's
Yeah, he
helium.
You have the stuff just laying around at home?
I did last night, and here we have Krypton. Okay, so we can have the lights back on again if you
Okay,
want.
and we're going to play with this more in our next segment. We're going to play with it in the commercial break. I don't know about you guys. We're going to play with this.
We'll be playing with it for the rest of the day.
Stay with us.